Are we done? Have you had your silly moment now? Right? Thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Riri. Are we all right? Are we okay? Do we need to go and have a lie down? Trust me, even if I'm not watching the comments, the mods are, and you will be gone. And you will be gone, and you will not be unblocked. So if you see me in a different live and ask to be unblocked, it's not going to happen. So, are we finished? Yes? Are we done? Marvellous. I'm going to tell you what I know, and tell you how I know, and then if you really want to, thank you, Riri. If you want to, we'll go back over to Spartan. But I just want to put a really nice dampener. No worries on Elphaba's day. Because I've been doing a lot of research. Oh, right, okay. Oh, evening, Elphaba. Do we know I'm live? Oh, jolly good. Pin back these. Shut this. And listen. Get ready for an influx of the Team U's. The Team U trolls. Because they'll be in a minute. I'm not playing with any of them. Just get rid. Oh, where do we start? Oh, Elphaba. I'm going to make very certain I call you she and her all the way through this live so that you cannot tell me I am being transphobic. Right? Good evening, everybody. If I've missed you, I do apologise. So, you've spoken to an actual person, have you? Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Harriet. You've spoken to a person. Is that correct? You've spoken to a person in your dreams. You cannot speak to a person on Instagram unless maybe you run a multinational company and Instagram is one of your platforms for raising awareness or advertising your products, is number one. Right? So stop telling the children that you're speaking to someone in California. Not happening. Thank you, Ree. Not happening. Okay? Number two, you've got your big account back, have you? No, you haven't. Do you know how I know? Because not only can you not access it, not everyone can find it. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Joe. Do you know why? Thank you, Charlie. It's not even shadow banned. It's irregular because the algorithm isn't algorithming. Not for you, anyway. Okay? So you're not easily located. That's due to the numerous bans you've had. And you know you keep telling everybody it's because you can't be identified and you put up that screenshot which says identification needed. They might require it for that one, but why were you banned to begin with? Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Jay. Why were you bananaed to begin with? Oh, I know he is watching. Hi, Maria. Thanks for making your presence known, lovely. Gone to the council. Why were you bananaed in the first place? Because it wasn't for impersonation, was it? Right? It was for scams or fraud, hate speech. Wasn't it? Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Jay. That's what it was for. So let's be honest. Thank you, Lego. Thank you, Carmen. Let's be honest with our audience, shall we? Oh, and I can back up everything I'm saying. Okay? Screenshots, screen recordings, the lot. Now, one thing I've learned from dealing with Instagram over the last 3 days, and believe me, I've dealt with a lot of Instagram over the last 3 days, is they like URLs. They're not especially a fan of screenshots and people whinging, right? They like URLs. So that's what I've been doing. I've been going round Instagram and TikTok and downloading, uploading and copying the URLs. There was one really interesting one. You know the one when you said, oh, I'm going to get a new phone, a new iPhone 15 Pro Max, yeah. And then, I'm on 3, so new SIM, and didn't your mod helpfully put up that they would share their NordVPN with you? See, that's what's called trying to circumvent a ban, and it's probably one of the more serious things that Instagram take note of. Also, little FYI, it won't work. Do you know why it won't work? Because Instagram's cleverer than you. Okay? So they have programs in place that will detect things that you can't imagine. Use of language is one of them. I'm not going to tell you all. I'm not going to tell them all to you. Work it out yourself. But use of language is one of them. One of the many ways in which they will identify it's you. Which will result in a permanent ban. Right? What was the other thing you decided to tell everybody? Oh, that was it. That everybody who is reporting you are going to face, what was it? Something was going to happen to everybody reporting you. Instagram don't do that. They don't. They like people reporting. They like people to report. In fact, they like it so much that they're now enforcing it to the nth degree to protect the platform, because they can read what's going on in the room. And in the room, social media is being bananaed for 16-year-olds and under. And they don't want that to happen. So they're tightening up. And that's why you've lost as many accounts as you have. And there will be zero sanctions for anyone that reports you. Okay? Here's another interesting tip for you. So you can write something on your Instagram story, I don't know, maybe about the leader of another country. And then you can go 5 minutes later, oops, I probably shouldn't have written that, delete. Only it's not gone. It's not gone. It's already on Instagram's system. And you know what's even better? They can retrieve it. So you think it's gone, but it hasn't. And the awareness teams are quicker than you. So what I've done is I found that particular Instagram story that was incredibly offensive and full of the HATE speech, right? I found it on this platform. I copied the URLs and I sent that to Meta. Now I can hear you saying to Maria, well, that won't make any difference because it's TikTok and it's not Instagram. Oh, yes, they do, Daniel. Oh, yes, they do. Right? For all the reasons I've just said. Now I'm going to tell you something else. Instagram and TikTok talk to each other. Bet you didn't know that, did you? I bet you thought Instagram and TikTok would never speak. Oh, you're so wrong. Thank you, Lucy. You are so wrong. Thank you, Mandy. They share information across both platforms. Oh, don't ask me how I know. But let's just say I got my information direct from the source. Okay? And do you know what else they do? They work together. Now, admittedly, it's a little more tricky with this platform, but they work together. So, as I can send the URLs from here to Insta, I can also send the URLs from Insta to here. Okay? So, you know how you've been bananaed over there and you've been bananaed over here. Thank you. I can get, as can anyone, both platforms talking to each other. And not only will they each be told that you've been bananaed on both platforms, they will see the pattern and why. So you know all those TikToks that you've done, you know that digital footprint that we all keep talking about, right? And I'm not going back years, I'm going back months and weeks, days. We can tell Meta, it's not Meta Pro, I don't know where you got that from, it's Meta, right? We can tell Meta, well, see here, you know where that you had this occasion to ban this account because that's what Elphaba said then. Well, this ties in what Elphaba said over on this platform. See the correlation? And both of them will go, we don't like that. So you, in your wisdom, are sitting there on a live, telling everybody, oh, you know all the misinformation you put out as well. I've been speaking to a person at Meta Pro. I've been on the phone to someone in California. And they've told me, would you like your account back, your big one? Would you like your big account back? Oh, and we're going to review the other ones that you've had bananaed because we're thinking about giving them back to you. That went to Instagram. That whole conversation. So you know you've been done for, you've had your accounts removed for fraud. And you're putting misinformation out about Instagram. Now they know. Very, very silly. Thank you, Amelia. Very silly. Right? Some of us do things with our day that are quite productive. And it is amazing what you can find out when you put your mind to it. It has been noted that your food was delivered to your front door. Yeah, that's a big no-no, isn't it? That's a big no-no. Hi. I totally agree with that, Natalie. I can hear those what are those grass things that rumble across the that lonely deserted road? That's what I hear. You have no idea what you've started. No idea, right? So everything you're saying and every behaviour you're exhibiting, thank you, Signal, is going over. Even if it's on here, it's going over. Right? Shall I tell you what else I've done? I've submitted a Freedom of Information request to Enfield Council. I bet you'd love to know what I've asked to say, wouldn't you? And I'm not telling you. But I will tell you it's incredibly related to where you're living. And do you know when I'll know? 20th of January. That's when I will get the information. Not my idea. I cannot take credit for that idea. It was somebody that told one of my mods, and I did it same day. So that's also been submitted. So I'm going to find out who your landlord is. I'm going to find out how you were assessed, how you got that property, what they're, not you specifically, because that's GDPR, but Freedom of Information means I can ask how people are assessed in order to get that accommodation. And I'm entitled to know who the landlord is. Right? I'm also entitled to know how they enforce the vetting procedure in order for you to get that property. I'm going to be furnished with a whole heap of information. And this is a big shout out to Maria now. Thank you, Maria. You've been on camera numerous times. So now we know the date that you arrived and the fact that you're still there 11, 12 days later. So let's suppose by imagining, because we do live in imaginary land, don't we, that you're actually allowed to be in the building. Which you're not. Let's imagine there's a limit on how long you can stay. Let's imagine it's 3 days. How long have you been there for now? So what interests me, Maria, because you've been watching the TV at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, have you not? Right? With zero consideration for Elphaba. Zero. You do realise that you're helping to make your child homeless. Oh, and I am absolutely putting that at your door. That's on you. Okay? Because they've been told not to make noise past a certain time, haven't they? And Elphaba has tried, giving credit to Elphaba, has tried to tell you to turn the music down or turn the TV down, and you don't. Also, you've exhibited, Elphaba, rather unfriendly behaviour towards your mother, haven't you? So, who's the amuser? Because from where I was sitting, it looked more like you than your mum. Oh, I've been so busy. So busy. So all of this stuff now, and by the way, I am in touch with Insta. Okay, make no mistake, I'm under no illusion. I'm in touch with AI, but I'm also in touch with a person, and I can tell the difference. They don't like you. They don't like your behaviour. So now they now have your deleted story. And when I asked them whether they were able to retrieve stuff off their system that you deleted, the answer came back, yeah. Again, I have the emails. Good evening. Right, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this to everybody, to every live creator that's watching, to everybody that's watching now and thinking about going live, let me tell you. Right, and this is my advice. don't have to listen to it. If you're on a live and people come into your comments and say, so-and-so's come to in you, so-and-so said this to you about you just 2 minutes ago. So, right, ignore it. Can I say, ignore it? Unless you've seen or heard somebody say something firsthand, not second, ignore it. I have sat and watched people fall out all over the place because of miscommunication and because people in the comments are telling creators that someone's saying something about somebody else, right? And it is causing devastation and it's getting lost. So when people are saying in one live, so-and-so is talking about you, and that person's go, what are they talking about me for? And then somebody else from that live goes into another person's live and says, what are you talking about that for? And then that person goes, whoa, I wasn't saying anything. And it snowballs, right? And people have real life consequences to that and they get very upset. And I'm talking everybody. I'm not throwing shade at anybody and I'm not blaming anybody, apart from the people who are in the comments who are jumping from live to live and causing trouble when those lives that were operating were absolutely fine and completely peaceful, right? That's on you. You're starting all the arguments because, I don't know, do you not have drama in your life? Do you want drama? Do you think that TikTok lives are entertainment specifically for you? So my advice to everybody who runs a live, if someone comes in and says, so-and-so's come to in you, ignore it. And what? So-and-so's just said this about you on their live. Until I hear it first hand, I don't care. Right? Unless somebody comes to you and says, I think this, ignore it all. It's caused utter devastation this weekend. Right? Hi to everybody, sorry. So unless you hear it first hand from the person, it hasn't happened. It's not true. So for people coming in and saying to me, so-and-so is cam 2ing you, I don't care. And if anyone wants to come in and say to me, so-and-so said this about you, again, I don't care. Thank you, Riri. If it's really important, that person will come and tell me themselves. Okay? So stop being all nixy in the comments. Just pack it in. And please, everybody else, ignore the comments. Right? Sorry, I had to say that because somebody just came in and said, so-and-so's cam 2ing you. I don't care. Literally don't care. Hi. Okay. So, anyone that needs a catch up? No, it's just, honestly, right. I've seen so many people upset. I shall do it for you now, quick. I've seen so many people upset and I've jumped from live to live to see what's going on. And I can hear where people are adding on to conversations that have happened, but that's not what's been said. Or somebody's come in and because the groundwork's already been set by somebody in the comments, they've taken what's been said the wrong way. And then they've come back at somebody else. And it honestly, mayhem. And so if somebody is telling you something in the comments, unless you've heard it firsthand, disregard it completely. Disregard. Okay? It's causing trouble. I had a wonderful Christmas. Thank you. Right? Recap. Right. It's a big recap. Wait, exactly, Yogi. Right? A huge pinch of salt. It's not worth it. Thank you, Colin. Right, so this is for Elphaba. Thank you for the treasure box, Riri. Thank you, Chantel. This weekend, still the weekend, isn't it? Or is it Monday? I don't even know what day it is, right? I've submitted a Freedom of Information request from Enfield Council. Right, thank you, Sunday. in which I have asked, and I'm not taking credit for that, somebody messaged a mod and I put it into action, but they gave me what I could ask for, which was brilliant. So I have asked for who is the landlord. I've asked for what is the vetting process. I've asked for how do they enforce that should people be found to be lying, right? But I put it in better language than that. So that's number one. Number two, I am in touch, and as are many people, in touch with Instagram. So to debunk what Elphaba is telling everybody, Elphaba has not spoken to a human being in California, Miami, or Narnia, right? It's more likely they've spoken to an Instagram person in Narnia, right? Elphaba has not. I cannot emphasize enough how Elphaba has not spoken to a human being anywhere. Meta Pro. Ooh, you Meta Pro, did you? Bet you didn't have to go very far for that. Oh, that was bitchy. Anyway, I digress. So I've been in touch. Gen X humour, sorry. Right, I've been in touch with Meta. Okay, so I've done the reporting via the app. I've done the fill out a form. Yeah. I filled out the forms, so I've done all of that, right? At which point it's generated an email address that I can now communicate to. Now that email is monitored by AI and people. Okay, so the AI will read the email, and then if it needs to, it will flag the content that needs dealing with by a person. So I can now tell when I'm getting the AI response or an AI response with a bit of human help or a human response, right? I've also learned with other people that the thing Instagram wants are URLs. They want links. They don't want, and they've done this and they've done that and they've done the other. They want actual links that they can verify and check themselves, okay? It's no good sending them screenshots or screen recordings. It helps, but it doesn't do what you think it's going to do. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trawling around the app. I've been bugging everybody. Have you got this clip? Have you got that clip? Can you put that clip up so that I can get the URL, right? I've also done a lot of learning, and I thought you had Insta and you had this platform and never the twain would meet, right? I am wrong. They talk. They talk across the platforms, right? So if you are reporting Elphaba on here, message me. I have the email that you can send physical stuff to, okay? I also have, if you go onto Insta and you're reporting through the app, go into where it says report, okay, and go down. You should be able to, it'll say submit form, fill out form, something like that. Use that, right? And do bullet points, because that sends them the URL. If it's something that is deleted, but you have a screenshot, a screen recording, one of the FYP pages, thank you so much, FYP pages. Big yourselves up. You have helped. Without you, I couldn't have done it. Thank you. Check the FYP pages, right? And if you see a screenshot, thank you, Signal. If you see a screenshot or a screen recording, copy the link and put that in your report. It doesn't matter that it's here and you're reporting to Insta. Copy the URL and put it in your report. That's what they need, right? That's what they need. They need the URLs, okay? And what will happen eventually... Oh, yeah, there's several reasons. There's several reasons. One of them may well have been, we can't verify who you are. Yeah, quite possibly. Most of them are not that. Most of us who have reported Elphaba have got back the report that says this account was removed, this content was removed due to, and it will tell you hate speech, due to frauds and scams, due to, right? It will tell you 9 times out of 10. So when Elphaba is sitting there saying, I'm losing all my accounts because I don't have ID. Really? Do you really want me to prove you wrong? Because I will. Would you like me to? Because I absolutely will. In fact, you know what? I don't need your permission. I'm going to. The reason Elphaba, nothing is happening with Elphaba, I know this stating the obvious, it's Christmas and New Year. That's why nothing is happening. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Ree. Thank you, did I say Stephanie? Thank you, Evie. Right? Yeah. Right, it's Christmas and New Year. There are skeleton crews on everywhere, okay? So please, just give them a chance, right? Let them have some time off and then let them get back to work, okay? Good evening, Mr. Alex. They do have ID. It is not government issued. Thank you, Bad Luck Vibes. It's not government issued. Unless it's government issued, it's not good enough. It has to be a driving licence. It has to be a passport. It has to be something with a photo on. Right? Can't use your birth certificate. You have to have a photo. Yeah, you have to have your photo on it. And as for your deed poll, the one that doesn't exist, you don't think there's ways to check that, no? Okay. I'm telling you, Elphaba, there's no deed poll. And that's not because I've checked, that's because I know you. There is no deed poll. If you had changed your name legally to Elphaba, number one, we wouldn't stop hearing about it. Number two, you would treasure that bit of paper. You would guard it with your life. Yeah? So there is no way that you have changed your name by deed poll. Correct. Right? No way. We wouldn't hear the end of it. You would be rubbing our noses in it. Yeah? So I don't believe you. Thank you, PSB. Don't believe you for a second. Saw you dry bagging earlier as well. That was yeah, classy. What else have I done? So yeah, that's the other thing to inform everybody. TikTok and Insta talk to each other. Okay? They actually, and I didn't know that. I did not know that. Thank you, Mina. They talk to each other. I actually thought they were very separate entities. Because I was thinking, oh, I wish this platform was as good as the other one at taking reports and acting quickly. And actually, they are. This one takes a bit more of a push, but it will work. Right? Dry bagging. Okay. So I can sit here and say to you, oh, do you know, I really need a coffee machine. And it really needs to be the sort that, you know, makes coffee. But it's okay, I'll get one next year. Dry bagging. Yeah? And you're going to go to Turkey. Didn't you have an appointment in Ireland to go to the dentist? But you didn't go there, did you? Yes, bad luck vibes, they do. They do. They have cross-platform communications, and God, sorry, I'm not reading comments. I'm trying to concentrate. They do talk to each other. Because I thought, does one ban affect the other? Yes, Facebook as well. Does one, if you get banned off one platform continuously, does that help your argument for reporting on another platform? And it absolutely does. So if you say to this platform here, thank you, Scarlett, if you say to this platform, this person is problematic on this platform and here are the URLs to prove it. Hi, Maria. Here are the URLs to prove it. And this is what I've reported to that platform. They will talk to each other. Right? They'll talk to each other eventually anyway, but if you report it, they will talk to each other. So, and Elphaba saying, yeah, I didn't know. This is why I've come live tonight, because I didn't know any of this. Oh, yes, of course you can. I'll give you I can't say it, but I'll message me and I'll give it you. Thank you, Kim. So what they'll do, I'm trying to, so Elphaba looks like they've got their big account back, yeah? No, they haven't. Have you noticed how some of us... Yeah, I need to give it to the mods then. Have you noticed how some of us can find the big account and some of us can't? But we're all typing in the same thing on the Insta. Yeah, that's not shadow banned. It's not shadow banned. Thank you, Julie. So I can't find it on any of my accounts on Insta, but my friend can find it. That's not shadow banned. Shadow banned is when you have to go looking, but you find it, right? Or it's not pushed out there. It doesn't mean you're blocked. Yeah, exactly. You're not blocked. That's number one, you're not blocked. It's the way Insta are treating the owner of the account right now, because the owner of the account has been bananaed off. How many is it now? 4 or 5 accounts? Because your Elphaba Ariana Doherty one's gone, hasn't it? Yeah, you can thank us later. But the big one, that one is, you can have it if you prove who you are. No, sweetie. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So enjoy it while it lasts, looking at it and not being able to access it, because you're not going to keep it for long. We told you we'd get them bananaed. We told you. And you, in your arrogance, sit there and think, oh, they're not going to do anything. Oh, but we are. I told you weeks ago, Elphaba, that the awareness community, not mine, all the awareness community now was a much bigger entity, is a much bigger entity than we were 2 years ago. And I told you we were much more organised and we knew what we were doing. We weren't just a bunch of bored people sitting round a keyboard being little keyboard warriors, right? I said to you, we are much more organised and we know what we're doing. I warned you. And you've completely ignored me. So I'm saying it again. Every awareness community are doing the same thing. And we all know what we're doing. And we're all doing it correctly, right? And that is building momentum. Because we are working harder now than we were before. And do you want to know why? Because you are worse now than you were before. People keep saying, oh, you've matured. I question the use of the word matured. Learned is the word I'd use to describe you right now. You've learned more, right? But what you forget is, so have we. We've learned more. And as the awareness communities have grown and more people have come into the awareness communities, guess what they've brought with them? Skills we didn't have before. Knowledge we didn't have before. So now we're gaining access and understanding areas we didn't understand before. So now the awareness communities are an entity, right? And they're a strong entity. And I'm including all awareness, all CAM tours. We all know what we're doing. Okay? And there's one of you, and there's hundreds of us. Okay? So you might see bickering between awareness communities. Yeah? You might see other people doing other things in other awareness communities, but make no mistake. We are all still working to the exact same goal, which is to get you off social media. And it's working. Because you can't make an Instagram account for love nor money, can you? Thank you, Elle. Can you? No, you can't. I warned you. Oh, don't worry, we're dealing with the cat. Don't you worry. Everybody is, Mama Wilson, and it's not just me, and it's not just the people who you see on the screen, it's everybody who's behind the scenes as well. People who are in the lives watching, commenting, people who are sitting silently in the lives, that everybody is doing everything. Right? Yeah, don't they just? The RSPCA is still up to where they were last time. It is a situation that I'm sure is going to resolve itself very soon. And let me tell you, right, I think the best thing to happen to that cat is Maria. I'm not going to lie. The very best, thank you, Debs, the best thing that's happened to that cat is Maria being there, because Maria cares. Maria cares about that cat. Maria is feeding, changing the water, making sure the cat food is of a better quality. That cat is responding to Maria in a way Diva has never responded to Elphaba. So whilst Maria is there, ironically, I'm less worried about the cat, which I never thought I'd say. But that honestly, hand on heart, I do think the cat is being looked after better that Maria is there. Yeah. I do believe that Maria cares more about the cat than... No, that's the food. That's the food. Thank you, Ellie, love. Oh, completely. Yeah. Yeah. I think Maria prefers animals to people. I think in that respect she's got a lot of cover with us. And I'm sure she absolutely loves her child. But would I say she loves animals more? Probably. So yeah, I'm relieved that Maria is there in terms of that cat. In fact, if Maria took Diva away with her to live, I would be very happy. Diva responds to Maria, which is such a lovely thing to see. And in return, Maria is responding to Maria. Hang on. I know, Scarlett, yeah. May I ask what instance, etc. Bananas, there's always going to be another platform for Elphaba to go on, and honestly, that's going to be someone else's problem at that point. And I know that sounds awful, but we've worked so hard I regularly don't get to sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning because Elphaba's on at silly o'clock at night, right? And I'm having to monitor what's being said, or someone else is having to monitor, and I'm waking up early to find out what's been said. So when they're off these platforms, I'm afraid I will pass that baton to somebody else. I'll let somebody else know that this person is out there, but it won't be my issue anymore. Me and everyone else would have done what we set out to do, and we will move on to the next problem. Yeah, Fennec, there's I think there's a collapse imminent. That side when you're looking at the screen, yes? So that side in real life? Oh, bless you, Gemma. Thank you. Sorry, I'm watching. I'm reading now. Oh, Witchy, honestly. It does, yeah. Oh, it is. And they were complaining about the teeth up here. What's something you do with snow to get it to... You rub it into your gums. Yes? No, it is. It is definitely you rub it on the gums. And where is the decay? Right at the top of the teeth. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, poor hygiene as well. 100%. But it started with the rubbing. It's not actually. It's... When you think about it, if you watch shows, films where there's a lot of snow in, you will see them test the product by rubbing. Yeah? So that's where that's come from. It's beginning its collapse, Daniel. It's beginning its collapse. Because Elphaba is left-handed, yes? So what side of the nose is that when you flip the camera? It's the left. Do you know what, TikTok? The cat is a lot better with Maria being there. I think the cat is being looked after properly. The cat is interacting with Maria. And at the moment, I'm much more relaxed about the cat. I'm not going to lie. The cat is responding to Maria. Gets off the tree and goes and sees her. Maria interacts, talks to her. As far as the cat's interaction with Elphaba, it's minimal at best. Minimal. No. Michelle, she's not. She's not supposed to be there. However, if you've come in late, I have submitted, and this is not down to me. I don't know who messaged my mod, because my mod was very good and didn't give me the information. But they messaged my mod and said, Jojo needs to do this. And Jojo thought, what a good idea. So I sent an email to the Freedom of Information Department place thingy at Enfield, which you can do online, and submitted a request to find out who the landlord is, what their application procedures are, who assesses whether the applications are true, real, what their oversight is like, and how they enforce it. It's always, yeah. So I've done that. And they have 20 business days to reply, actually. I checked. And I've also been in pretty much... Good night, Kerry. Hi, Yvonne. I've also been pretty much daily contact with Meta. And I think I've had one email from a human and the rest have been all AI. Hi, George. To everyone that was asking me the other day about the person that Elphaba, we're calling them at the moment, did the dirty to. This is George. Meet George. George is lovely, FYI, okay? And Elphaba is not. So if you're not following George, please do give him a follow. He's a good lad. So I'm pinning you. Sorry, George, if you thought you'd stuck it under the radar there. Serves you right for coming in. Yeah, so please give him a follow. He's a good lad. And this is George. If you've got any questions about what Elphaba did, just ask. He's very open with all the stuff that went on. And he also knows that Elphaba isn't a good one. Oh yeah, Tina, there is. Very, very strict. George probably gone now. God. Bloody woman. Sorry, George. George likes to fly kind of under the radar. Just sorry. I like you. So, you've watched my live. Blimey. Aren't you bored? So I know. Sorry. Sorry. I wanted to come on live and tell everybody what I've been doing because I know people think that nothing is happening, and I'm sat there, and Elphaba did it today and told everybody that they'd been speaking to someone at Meta and all of this stuff was happening, and they were having conversations and they were getting these accounts back, and people who were reporting were going to have consequences. And I just sat there and I thought, that is the biggest load of BS I've ever heard. The biggest load. And I thought, no, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, because there are people who've reported Elphaba who are going to be sitting there now thinking that their Instagram account is at risk. And I want to tell you, it isn't. Oh, I know. And you and I know that, TT. You and I know that, right? But you know how sometimes on here, if you report, you'll get a reporting banana. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Butterfly. That will be my next email. Can you please inbox me with that? And I will do that tonight. But you can get a reporting banana on here, can't you? You cannot on Insta. You don't get a reporting banana on Insta. There's no such thing as consequences for reporting. And I'll tell you why. Because Insta have tightened up their community guidelines enforcement, and they've tightened them up massively, right? To the point where things that you would think were okay really aren't. So don't think of it as in this platform. Thank you, Christina. Think of it completely different. It's completely different over there. So what somebody gets away with over here, like buttering themselves, is not going to get away with it over there, right? And they've tightened them up because I think it's Australia, I could be wrong, they have put forward, or they're going to banana social media for under 16s. And that, I think that's happening. It is Australia, thank you. So they don't want that happening. And the only way they're going to stop it is if they really do enforce what's going on. Have they done it? Yeah. They need to enforce it, right? So Insta, in all its wisdom, have gone, that's not good. That's not good for us. Because a lot of their targets, it's like nearer Christmas, you'll get the TV adverts on, and they are directed at minors, because minors bug the parents. Yes? So they know that if they lose a significant portion of their minor audience, they lose a significant portion of the adults that are the ones that pay for stuff. Right? So they don't want to lose that audience. It's bad enough in one country, they don't want it rolled out everywhere else. So they're being very, very careful. Which is why Elphaba's accounts have gone up and down, up and gone, made and gone, right? They're being extremely proactive. If there was ever a time to report Insta accounts, it's now, okay? So, the other thing you need to know is, if you've seen something on Elphaba's Insta, good evening, Sasha, thank you, Myla. Thank you, Glinda. If you've seen something on Elphaba's Insta, right, and I don't know, my best advice to you is to upload it as fast as you can, okay? If you can't, screenshot it or screen record it. But even if they then go on to delete it, thank you, Amber, okay, it hasn't gone. You can still report it to Insta. It is on their system. There is no such thing, because imagine, right? Imagine, for instance, that I said to somebody, do you know, that person's really annoyed me, I'm going to unalive them. Right? And then that person ends up unalived. Any solicitor, barrister worth their salt needs to be able to go back to Insta, where I sent the message, and say, we need that data. And they have to provide it. Right? Taxman's already done. Yeah. So they keep it. They have to keep it. And now in some places they keep it for 6 years. Others 10 years. It stays there. Yeah. So it's still worth reporting. So if anybody saw Elphaba's since deleted story, where she prattled on about the president of a very large country and called him a PDF, called the people who work for that government, whose husbands were all PDFs. That story, and then I'm probably gonna delete this because I'll get a banana, right? Not quick enough. So we have got, it doesn't matter, you cannot call, right, when you are, how can I put this? When you are reporting, so I've reported that here. So over here, calling somebody that without evidence is a criminal offence. So Insta are looking at that as a crime in the UK, right? If it's not a crime in the UK, but it's a crime in Thailand, they're not going to act here. Do you understand? So they are concerned about where that person is located. So you can, because it says, if you read it, it says, is it unlawful in the country you're in? Right. So it doesn't matter if you think whatever you think about that particular leader of a country, and I happen to agree with you, it's unlawful to say. So I've taken that, and somebody has put that up, one of the FYP pages. Again, thank you, Jessica. God love the FYP pages. They are worth their weight in gold, right? Because once they put that up there, there is then a URL link, and you can take that link and you can tell Insta, here's the link. It's not on Insta, it's on TikTok, but here's where you can see it. And they will look at it, and then they will check their database and they'll go, oh yeah, there it is. They said it, they typed it, they deleted it, but we've got it, right? And that will still count. Now, the latest is I have let Insta know, because Elphaba very, very helpfully sat on a live and said, I'm getting a new phone with a new SIM. And their mod very helpfully typed, and I'll share my NordVPN with you. So I've got that, and I've taken the URL, and I have reported it to Insta to say, this person has numerous accounts that you have bananaed for violating community standards. This person is now trying to circumvent those bananas by doing this. Here's the URL. Go watch it. Right? So, Elphaba, number 1. Clever, right? Okay. Number 2. Even if that worked, which it won't, Instagram have ways of monitoring whether you're back online that you don't know about. You could call yourself Nelly the Elephant and be on a different phone with a different SIM with a VPN, and it won't make any difference because they will track you anyway and they will work out it's you anyway, right? And they will use several different programs, and I will tell you one way that they will track you. What's on the end of your finger? So yes, trust me, it's not happening. No. Prints. How many of us use a fingerprint to unlock and lock our phones? You don't think that information just stays on the surface of the phone, do you? So, I do believe there is a song that accurately determines where you are at in life. And I am telling you, Elphaba, I am taking the most enormous amount of pleasure in telling you everything I'm telling you. And do you know what's even better is I can tell you all of this and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Not a damn thing. So all that information I've just furnished you with, absorb and know there's nothing you can do. So you have a wonderful 2026. Correct. And that's why I wanted to come live, because I wanted to tell you all, it's all being done. Don't stress. Oh, no, it's not. Do you know, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But it's not just me. Please, no, it's not just me. It's every awareness person. It's everybody behind the scenes. It's everybody that's messaged me, messaged Spartan, messaged all the other awareness creators, the cam tours, the FYP clips people. It's everybody. And that was what I was trying to say. We are now a really effective machine. And if we come for you, you best get out the way, because we're coming, right? And I just want to big up everybody that's done the most. Seriously, none of us will be able to do it. There's nowhere for him to go. There's nowhere for him to go. Oh, bless you, Jay. It will. You'd literally have to be a different person running that account. Yeah. And where are iPhones made? Where are the components made? Elphaba. Very quick recap, because honestly I'm boring myself. So, Freedom of Information request has gone in at the council, asking several questions. Meta. Elphaba has not spoken to anybody at Insta. That's a big fat no. Nothing is going to happen to anybody that's reported Elphaba to Insta. Not a damn thing. Okay? If you have any information and you're not sure what to do with it, please message me and I will point you in the right direction. I am in email contact with Meta. I pull no punches. I'm in email contact with Meta AI. Occasionally, once I think a person, right? I am sending URLs to them. They like URLs. TikTok and Insta talk to each other. I didn't think they did. I really didn't think they did. I thought they were, like everybody else, I thought they were in competition. That's not the case. Thank you, Nikki. Right? Not the case at all. So they do talk to each other. So most of my URLs, because the content has either been deleted or the account has been bananaed, you cannot get the information. However, because the FYP clips are so quick, you can find the evidence on an FYP page and copy the URL from there and send it to Meta. And that is as good as sending the original, right, as far as they're concerned. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nana Safe. Right? So, even if you can't find... So there was something on one of the Insta's pages that had been bananaed, but was still relevant to the next account that got set up. Okay, so I took off an FYP clip page the URL of the account of the thing that got that account bananaed and sent it to Meta regarding the account that was set up. Yeah. And as a result of everybody doing very similar things, that account got bananaed. Good night, Flick, darling. Right? So now, Elphaba is telling anybody that was listening that their big account is back. It's not. It's not. If their big account was back, everybody would be able to find it. And 2/3 of us can't. Which means that Insta are playing a very good game. Let's put it that way. Thank you, Nikki. A very good game, right? So now I've taken the information from the previous bananaed accounts, copied the URLs from TikTok, and sent them to Meta with regards to the big account. Oh, that's all gone, Shelley. That's all gone to safeguarding. That whole I'll bang my head on the desk and I'll get myself sectioned. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Claire. I've sent all that to safeguarding. Oh, I'm all over it. Trust me, I have absolutely no life at all. None at all. Which is why, Elphaba, do you know what? Your mum is so much more clever than you. Your mum is sitting there saying to you, shush, don't say that. Don't do that. Pay no attention to that. And you know the one I got that I really are so pleased to get, right? You know where you were bananaed on Insta for the hate speech thing? You remember that one, yeah? Do you remember doing that live? I don't know whether you were drinking or not, but you did a live and you were right up close to the screen and you were making threats to people, weren't you? And saying, if you don't treat me with respect, I'm gonna do. And you did, and it was really quite menacing, actually. And had I been, I don't know, 3, I'd have been scared of you. So that That got sent to the antisocial behaviour team. Because I'm not messing, right? And that's the thing you need to understand. This, for everybody who is in the awareness business right now, for all the creators, all the cam tours and everybody who's focused on you right now, this is not a game. We're not playing. Do you understand? We are not playing. We're taking this as seriously as a heart attack. It's you that isn't. Okay? Big mistake. Thank you. Okay? Big mistake. But I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, just call us all the A-team. Because we are. And you're more, I don't know, Z-list, aren't you? Let's face it. Yeah? Evening Alley. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely not invincible. Not even slightly. Thank you, Evil Beautiful. Not invincible at all. Nah. Clinging on by their little fingernails, aren't you? Except they've all snapped off, haven't they? Thank you. Thank you, Diane. Thank you. You're going to make me pronounce that, aren't you? Finula? Was that right? Oh, can you imagine the crash out that's coming? The second Maria leaves, the crash out is going to be enormous. Bring it on, I say. Sorry, ran out of sympathy for you months ago. None whatsoever. I've got no sympathy for you since you took an apartment off somebody that genuinely needs it. None at all. Oh, don't you worry. Oh, yeah, very much so, TT. Yeah, very much so. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, the code. Oh, no, the door. Oh, no. Why do you care? You've handed that code out to everybody. And as much as we don't like doxing and we don't stand by it and we will block it when we see it, how many people have got your address? And that's just people you've given it to, never mind anyone else, because you've managed to give it away to half the internet. So, oh no, they might see the door number. Trust me, Don, we've got it. Yeah, but unlike you, we're very responsible and we don't dish it out. Yeah. So when I sent my evidence to EQ, do you know what I did? I cut out your address. Because that's how grown-ups do it. Oh, the crash out is going to be massive. Especially when you get told 7 days. And I love that for you. Really do. So don't be coming at me and saying, oh, I'm neurodivergent, I'm only 21. You're not only 21, you're nearly 22. And you're not neurodivergent, you've not been diagnosed with anything, right? Now, I'm going on the pathway next year for a diagnosis. You are not going to hear me say, for what? Okay? And you won't hear anything about it until or unless. And will I then use it as an excuse to be a shitty person? No. Do you hear anybody else use it as an excuse to be a shitty person? No. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Shaz, darling. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Devil's Angel. Yes, I have had a lovely Christmas. I'm in Scotland. There is no right to choose. You just have to go on the pathway and hope you get to an interview before the end happens. Oh, bless you, crazy cat lady. Yeah, I was thinking about it today, and Elphaba's in 37k plus debt at 21, nearly 22, right? And, oh, bless you. And I was thinking about my kids, right? And I've got 6, they're all grown up. And a couple of my kids have got debts. 3 of them have got debts. But you know what they've also got? Mortgages, jobs. And one of them's only 4 years older than you. No, I tell a lie, 3 years. Oh, absolutely, Alexis, yeah, absolutely. Nope, TV in every room. Heard it all before. 37k. No, 37k is the tax. It's more than that. Oh, by the way, you know that debt company, because you remember you were saying today that pay as you go is the way to go on the old mobile phone. You don't like contracts, yeah? I think you meant contracts don't like you, don't you? Because didn't you say you were scammed by O2? Oh, that clip's gone to the bailiffs. Because I know who the bailiffs are. So I've let them know where you are. Because you weren't scammed, were you? You sold your phone, and with the proceeds you didn't pay off your contract, did you? So now the amount you owe has probably gone up from 3 figures to 4. And they're looking for you. So I sent them your way. Enjoy. They can't take his TV. They can't take it. They'll have to get into a plan with him. Her. They'll have to get into a plan with her. Because, well, first off, Elphaba owns nothing. And you cannot remove anything like the TV or, I mean, literally, what does Elphaba own? Oh, yeah. Yeah. And to the person that's sending him the iPhone Pro Max 15 iPhone, and they're going to pay you when they receive it, I really do hope that you've sent that in writing in the form of a message or an email, and you've got the response in the form of the message or email or recording to say, as soon as I get the phone, I will pay you this sum. Because otherwise, you're going to lose your phone or you're going to have to take Elphaba to court. You do realise they're in debt for a reason, yeah? Refusal to pay. So good luck. Unbelievable. Oh, they'll take all that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, the phone's gone. So unless you've got that in writing and you've got a little bit of money to go to small claims court, you can kiss it goodbye. And like I said, they're in debt. Yeah. I think if it's the only TV they've got, they can't take it. I could be wrong. It happens once in a blue moon. Birkin bag, yeah, that'll cover it. That'll cover the smallest debt you have. Presumably you owe your mum 50p, do you? There are way too many supporters. I'm going to say, because they regularly get about 1.4k in their lives, 1.3k are in there to watch the car crash. This is what I'm explaining to you, George. 1.3k are usually in there to watch the car crash, right? Of the other 100, 90 of those are minors. 10 of those are the most deluded adults I've ever had the misfortune to come across. What did they make the other day? They made £100 in gifts alone. There was one child that was sending, what's the whale one? Is it like 2,000 coins or something? Sent about 5 of them. Because all the kids are on Christmas break. Also, not stupid, goes live in the middle of the night because the American kids are awake and the Australian kids are awake. In it. Yeah, in it. It is horrendous. Thank you, Leanne. It's horrendous. Oh. Do you know what scares me the most, right? There is a teacher in there that I don't know whether they mod, but they support. Thank you, Tricia. Right? There is a woman in there with an 8-year-old daughter who is supporting. It's 37k plus, and it's plussing every day of the week. Thank you. Yeah, Alexis, tag me in it, darling. The amount of debt is going up every day. They have a email address, Sam. Good night, Linda, love. Oh, the teacher following. What the hell? So many teachers, so many schools have received, and the audience will back me up, so many schools have received information about Elphaba and the troublesome nature and the way that they are, I'm going to say, conning money out of minors, right? And awareness has been put out. They've talked to children in schools, and they've also sent letters home, right? And then you've got a teacher supporting Elphaba. Make it make sense. Absolutely ridiculous. If anybody wants the... if you go on Banbird's page, you will see underneath her handle, right? Her profile name, there is a document. You can screenshot the document, you can print the document off, you can email the document to any and all institutions, schools, colleges, nursery schools at this point. I don't know how young they'll go. And it has all the information on there. You can send it to the local education authority, send it wherever it needs to go that safeguards children and vulnerable adults, right? It's on Banned Birds page. It's like, it says Google Docs something. Yes, I can, Lady Farr, yeah. But if you do that, print screen it, social workers, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, 100% that. Thank you, Emma. Yes, Alexis. If your child has SMULE, which is SMULE, take it off them. Or make sure they are restricted on it as much as possible. Elphaba is on there. Okay? And Elphaba will absolutely say, oh, I've got this, I'm under this on TikTok. And will befriend your minor children, not for any other reason than she sees them as a cash point. Okay? So take them off or lock their accounts down. I am 54 years of age. All my social media accounts, apart from this one, are locked down. You will not find me on Facebook. Okay? Really simple. If you send me a crest and I don't know you, you get left in the requesting pile. This is how you need to be. Oh, Jay, I tell you what, it's been such hard work, but it's finally got to the point now. It's like I said before, the awareness community as a whole are a much better informed, thank you, a much better informed, much more cohesive machine. And what we are able to do now is so much more than just TikToks or just live streams like this or just cam-toing. Thank you, Nicola. We can do so much more than we could before. So it's now collectively we've all managed, and I do mean collectively, I'm talking about all awareness communities, ones that have a problem with me, ones that don't. We're all working in the same direction, and it is working. It really is working. Every single cam tour, every single audience member, every single person sat in boxes, every FYP page, every single one of these people has contributed to what is going to be the downfall of Elphaba. And it's we are all so much more than just people trying to raise awareness now. We are an entity of our own. And yeah, underestimate us at your peril is my only advice. As Elphaba is currently finding out, because they can't set up an Instagram account for love the money. Oh, bless you, Grandel. Honestly, I am literally the face on the screen. It's not me that's doing all of this. It's so much more than me, honestly. And also, I will say this, and I am getting preachy, and I make no apologies for it. There was a TikTok going around earlier, thank you, Jules, where you could see what looked like Diva sitting on bedding and water being thrown over them. Right? That was AI. Now, unless you're looking or you're used to looking, you don't know. Yes, Temperance, thank you for saying that. Yeah, YouTube as well. You don't know that that's AI. So that looks like, thank you, Hazel, someone has thrown water at Diva, right? Which, of course, upsets everybody and everybody gets rattled and, right? And so the rumour mill starts going and, oh, my God, okay? It's not real. And to whoever did that AI, you are doing a disservice to every single awareness creator, every single person that's put a report in, every single person that is working their damnedest to get Elphaba off all the social media apps. You are not helping. Right? I don't know what you're trying to do, whether you're trying to add to the pressure or you're trying to deflect, right? Or you're trying to get one of us awareness people to jump all over it and peddle it as real. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work, right? None of us are as dumb as you think we are, right? So that is not real. You are not helping. All you're doing is highlighting you. So now we watch you. So that any time you put something out now that we even suspect is not accurate, we will flag it. We will comment. You will see us, thank you, Shaz, all over it. And you know who I am, but you don't know who half my mods are. You don't know who half the awareness community is, because they work behind the scenes, dear, right? And they will flag it. So to those of you who are helping, please stop. Because you take our time away from what we're doing, because we're having to reassure people that no one has thrown water over a cat. It's pathetic. Just saying. Thank you, Eileen. The RSPCA are where they were at before. It's Christmas and New Year. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. Thank you, Shaz, darling. It is what it is. They'll be doing what they need to do. And I would imagine, no disrespect to the RSPCA or to Diva, at the moment, Diva is safe because Maria is there. And Maria likes the cat and the cat likes Maria. So I'm actually less concerned about Diva than I was before, because at least the cat is getting interacted with and being fed properly and the water's being changed, and I would imagine Maria is nagging Elphaba to make sure the cat litter is done, etc, etc. So I'm actually less ironically, I'm less concerned about Diva.